Sagittarius, welcome. Welcome back. This is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot, and this is your weekly read. We have the Tarot of Enchanted Dreams this week. And it's a little hard to shuffle because it's big cards, so we're going to do a different way of pulling your cards this week. I just realized there's one in there that's turned over. So this is a reading for Sagittarius placements Sun, Moon, or Rising. And it's a general reading, okay? Let's see what we have for you. See, they're very difficult to shuffle, these cards. Maybe it's just my smaller hands. Let's try that one more time. All right, let's see, Sagittarius. We have for you. Let's go. Tops and bottoms. We'll also pull one oracle card to finish off as well. Interesting. I did a daily read earlier, and I got the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Wands. Ace of Pentacles came out for someone quite prominently in someone's reading now, and I've forgotten who. There. It's always good to watch the videos for your sun, moon, and rising signs. Sometimes also people recommend your Venus sign. That's, you know, whichever sign your planet Venus is in can also be informative. That's why I mentioned, you know, if I saw this in another reading, I mentioned that because it could be some crossover between your various placement readings, and if you're seeing the same card coming up in 2 or 3 of your readings, there's a real message there for you. Solid message. Okay, so what do we have here for you, Sagittarius? There's a new opportunity to make money, a new opportunity to improve your material comfort in this world. It requires you to be quite analytical, quite focused, head-based, not heart-based, in order to do this work that you're being offered. That's a good thing, though. I think there is, yeah, 5 of Swords down here. There's a tendency, a possibility that you could go too far in this direction, the Queen of Swords direction, this cold, calculating, not uncaring, but just painfully blunt sometimes, saying exactly what you think, saying it exactly the way it is, because you're very shrewd and you're very aware and very able to see the fundamental meaning of a situation that sometimes others miss. But you may already have experienced this in life. People don't necessarily enjoy it sometimes when you call out their truth for them if they haven't mentally gotten to that place themselves yet. So be a little bit cautious, because this 5 of Swords energy tells me you may be looking to win at all costs, and it may also mean that you have been this way, and that you're starting to realize the impact on those around you that you love, that you care about. What happens when you are most focused on winning an argument, a game, a goal, achieving beyond any concern for how your winning impacts those who lose. I'm not saying that you're like that. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm saying be aware that if this goes too far in one direction, you could find yourself dealing with this somewhat painful emotional situation where you realize you've gotten everything you wanted, but what has it truly cost you is the message here on the 5 of Swords. The 4 of Wands is an interesting card in this mix. 4 of Wands is celebration, connection, sometimes considered a marriage card. It's this communion of you and another in a happy space, and it doesn't necessarily mean romance. It could be just a very good connection with a friend, a time of joy. There's a bliss to this card that is not always found in our day-to-day, so that sort of looks nice for you. I'm not certain. It's hard to say in a general reading. It could have something to do with this new opportunity and your ability to rise to that challenge. There may be a communion with others that you're working with that makes you feel just a real solid, happy feeling you haven't felt in a while, perhaps. Nine of Wands, this is always to me a card of tenacity. This is someone who's fought many battles and won many battles and is quite exhausted from all of the effort that they've been putting into fighting the good fight. But they're not down yet. They're not out yet, I should say. They're down but not out. They are exhausted, but they will in fact rise to the next challenge should there be one more that they need to take on. This could be in the realm of finding creative solutions. Maybe you've been in a space where you just had to again and again and again find some way to make it work, and you always do. You always find a way to make it work. It has a toll, right? And that also can be influencing here, this Five of Swords showing up, where you have been fighting the battles you needed to fight in the past, where you have been finding creative, resourceful ways to keep going. You're moving out of that space now where you don't have to scrabble, you don't have to struggle, you don't have to fight so hard just to keep going. And yet you've gotten very good at it. And it might be that you find yourself in situations now where you're, how do I say this? You're using the skill set that you have developed over time of finding a way no matter what, but you're not in the same environment anymore. And so that finding a way to survive no matter what energy in your new environment, in your new situation, may read as wanting to win at all costs, and that may alienate some of the folks that you need with you, some of the folks that you're connecting with now. So just be aware of that. The Knight of Pentacles, this is money and it's coming. It's just moving a little bit slower perhaps than you'd prefer, but you can see it, and it is a sure thing. It is there. It is on its way to you. It's just not moving as fast as you'd like. So, not a bad week. Just, it seems you have, Sagittarius, a shifting day-to-day reality. Things have improved for you from where you were. Things are looking quite good. And the only caution really is to adjust mentally, I guess, emotionally and mentally to your new reality, and not to stay in the mindset that you've had to be in your old reality, and to have a little patience on that money coming, because it is coming, but it could take a little longer than you would like. It might just not feel quite that comfortable to you yet. Let's see what we have for you for your oracle card. My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. So keep your focus on this fantastic opportunity, on these good feelings of connecting with like-minded souls, and on the fact that the money is there and it's coming. That will bring it to you. That is how you manifest. You focus on and believe in the positive. And, if you haven't read anything about the law of attraction, you might look into that, because this energy creates reality concept is very prominent in that body of knowledge, and it can be quite a useful thing to understand your abilities and your power to manifest. So that's where I'm going to leave it this week. I hope that that's helpful for you, and thank you for your support of the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so, and we'll see you next week. Blessings.